Longford. Their leagues, I tend to avoid them completely. You know, after betting for some time, you realize that you can't be a pro in all the fields. The areas where you'll have extreme difficulty analyzing matches, kind of stuff, kind of thing, of course. So Longford versus Treaty United. It plays today. There we go. Let me quickly go through your match and see what we can bet on in this game. Longford Treaty United. So this is the game. As I told you, if you have not installed the SofaScore app, then you are doing yourself a great injustice. SofaScore app presents us the very perfect opportunity to be in touch with the statistics needed to make accurate winning predictions, of course. So there's a link in the video description. There's a link in the comment section to come up with the predictions for any game, no matter the league, no matter the information and knowledge you have in regards to that very match. And using the Longford vs Treaty United match, I'm going to show you that. I've not gone through this game. It's my first time picking this match, and we're going to try make an analysis out of this game. So when I go to the Longford vs Treaty United match, I realize it plays under Ireland First Division, and it's in the round 5. So when they talk about round 5, First Division round 5, I don't kind of understand the round 5, but I believe it's a league that is just getting started because they have only played 15 matches. To confirm that, I'll need to click on the Longford side and click on its logo, by the way, and see how many games they have in the upcoming section. No. Like, it's a league that is getting to an end too, right? It's coming to an end. We have 2 games to go for Longford. That is on 18th, and that is when you have the last game they are playing this season, I believe. So having taken into consideration that, we can now click on the back button and go back and now have an understanding of this game. Longford Treaty United, technically in this league, I think they are playing around 16 matches per season, right? Am I correct? Let me click it on my app and see. My phone, I'll just use the phone. You know, using the phone is better than the website version, by the way. Using the phone is better than the website version because with a phone, it's easier to navigate quickly, especially when you're referencing back to individual teams. But and by the way, you know, an app, a mobile app is super quick, unlike the site. So Longford Treaty versus, let me see, Treaty United side. How many matches they have? No. So you see, that's why I said you need to get the mobile app. The mobile version is very much better and composed. So it's a league that is in the earlier divisions, and I realized they play around 40. You know, I was shocked for a moment. How comes it's only indicating they have 2 matches to go? If I look at the last season, they played a total of 36 games. They've only played 14 games. So it's quite early in the season. The Longford vs Treaty game, the first Ireland division, it's still earlier, and don't worry about that. So this is what we have. Treaty United so far, they have played 14 games, and they have 13 points out of those 14 games. For Longford Town, they have played 14 games, and they have a total of 7 points. Last season, we realized that Longford and Treaty, I've seen them. I've seen their performance. So taking into consideration that in terms of goal scoring and conceding, I see that Longford way bad when it comes to their defensive abilities, and because they have conceded a total of 31 and scored only 16, while Treaty United, they're a bit solid in terms of scoring, and not solid in terms of scoring, but their defensive abilities cannot be doubted. So perfect. Taking into consideration that, or factoring in that, now let us have a look at the head-to-head streaks and the team streaks provided by SofaScore. We always love starting by the head-to-head streaks because it gives us a quick overview of how their recent games in the recent years have performed. So that is the game, head-to-head streaks. I'll click on these are the last 5 games, the last 5 matches they played. They last played each other in 2023. We had Treaty winning by a scoreline of 3-2. Longford winning by a scoreline of 3-2. Treaty winning by a scoreline of 3-0. Treaty winning by a scoreline of 3-2. And a 1-1, both teams to score. So out of the 5 games that I've just mentioned, by quickly mentioning the scores, one thing stands out. The thing that stands out is that when they play against each other, over 2.5 goals is a bit common. Both teams to score is a bit common. So let us scroll back and have a look at the head-to-head streaks analysis or market analyzed by SofaScore, right? So under the head-to-head streaks, this is what we have for this game. Without clean sheet, of course, this team that we are having without clean sheet, that is the Treaty United, right? Is it Treaty United or Longford? Let me click my phone. And they're supposed to give us a label it for the logo. But if you click it on your phone, it's Longford Town. So you realize Longford Town, the last 6 games they played against Treaty United, they conceded a goal from Treaty United. And you realize that Treaty United versus Longford, in their last 6 matches, factoring in that it's a head-to-head matches we're talking about, 5 of them ended in over 2.5 goals. And then again, you also realize that both teams to score occurred in 4 of their last 5 head-to-head matches. And this team, that is Treaty United, were first to score in 5 of their last 6 head-to-head matches. So, of course, the head-to-head record is kind of favoring Treaty United to be to have the advantage, to have the upper hand in this match. So, we already know that. And now we have to go through the team streaks to have a look at what we can actually rely on, right? So, under the team streaks, when we go through the team streaks, we realize that Treaty United have not won any of their last 12 games. Treaty United have not won any of their last 12 games. Am I right? Treaty United. Oh, okay. I realize that. Treaty United is the away team today. You know, the reason why I'm shocked is because we have just made our analysis through the to the head-to-head streaks. And in the head-to-head streak section, you know, Treaty kind of stood out given that they always scored fast. I mean, they have performed way much better when compared to the other guy. And in terms of head-to-head record, Treaty has won 4. 3 of the games ended in a draw. Longford has only won 1. So that is why I was a bit shocked when these dudes, when SofaScore was saying that Treaty United, in their last 12 games coming into this, they have 0 wins. This is how they have performed. We have a 2-2 draw, 1-0 loss, 1-0 loss, 2-0 loss, 2-1 loss, 0-0, 3-2. Yeah, so, just do the comparison. Longford is the one that is playing at home. Treaty is the one that is playing away. So technically, both teams, they are performing dismally. And because Treaty United, Longford has only won 1 game from the quick overview I've done. And when you look at without clean sheet, this is the other guy. This is now Longford Town. In their last 16 games, Longford Town have conceded a goal from their opponents. This is Longford Town. And then we have the other fact to consider without a clean sheet for this which team? Treaty United. They have not maintained a clean sheet in their last 5 games. In the last 5 games, they have conceded a goal from the opponent. Treaty United is the one to my right? That is it. Then we have the next game, both teams scoring over 2.5 goals, which happens to be more than 2.5 goals for Longford Town. More than 2.5 goals has occurred in 7 of the last 8 games. Then both teams scored in 5 of the last 6 matches played by Longford. And Longford were first to concede in 6 of their last 8 matches. Then we had Treaty United conceding first in 5 of their last 5 games. So at this very point, we realize that both teams, they are kind of weak, incompetent when it comes to, they're kind of weak when it comes to defending and preventing goals from seeing the other side. I don't really know how to say, but they are kind of weak when it comes to the defensive abilities because, they can't just be conceding fast, and that is what we know. So from the team streaks, what is evident, the thing that is evident is that they are kind of playing open matches whereby they lack the defensive abilities, so we kind of expect goals in this match today. So Longford versus Treaty, right? So taking that into consideration, at this very point, I can say that to me, this is a game in which I'm expecting goals. The first person to score at this very point, I cannot really say that, right? I can't really say that given that both teams are average and that kind of minute kind of stuff kind of thing. Anyway, we need to answer the three whys of betting. Will both teams be in a position to score? Yes, both teams are going to be in a position to score. So now the problem comes when we now have to answer who is going to be scoring the first goal and who is going to win this very game. That is where we have a little bit of challenge and we have a little bit of headache. I'll only need to have a look at the standings, how the last season ended. And let me see which position Longford ended the season and which position Treaty ended the season. Longford last season, we had them ending 8th with 40 points, scoring 39, conceding 51. Treaty scored 49, conceded 61. And technically, there wasn't a difference between Longford and Treaty. These two teams are teams of equal abilities because 44 points for Treaty and Longford, 40 points last season. I can just say they are age mates. They are kind of, let me say, they kind of play same type of football. So either person has the chance of winning today, either person has the chance of losing today. And now, it's really, really interesting that in this game, I think I'm going to, when I have to answer who is going to score first, I think I'll fall back to the head-to-head streaks and factor in this, that first to score, we had Treaty scoring first in 5 of their last 6 matches. So to answer that, in this game, I'll be betting on will both teams score? Yes. I think I've clicked on it. Who is going to be scoring first? I think Treaty is going to be scoring first. And having factored in that, I now know who is going to be winning the game. I can say that Treaty are in a position of winning the game, or possibly the game will end at a draw. So possibly, I'll just bet on a Treaty win. Treaty win. So those are my 3 answers to the 3 whys of betting. Now I need to go to my 1xBet app and have a look at what the odds are presented and which market we can actually bet on the Longford vs Treaty match, right? Longford vs Treaty game. Longford Treaty, right? So when you log into your 1xBet app, you realize that a Treaty double chance has an odd of 1.38, Treaty winning 2.345, and a Longford double chance 1.53, both teams to score 1.69, over 2.5 goals 1.89, right? So to answer your question, there's a dude who asked this Longford game was to answer you, Kalomo. Now, if I was to bet on the Longford vs Treaty match, I initially selected, when I answered the 3 whys of betting, I factored in both teams to score as a yes, right? I also answered that Treaty are going to be scoring first, and I also gave them an advantage because I answered that Treaty are going to be winning this game. So the first betting possibility, of course, is a Treaty win or a double chance, but because I want to rely on the team streaks and head-to-head streaks, given that I've realized that these teams, in terms of conceding and scoring, we can't rely on them to score, right? And we can rely on them to concede goals. Also, given their nature, in which that the nature, given the fact that Treaty United, their away team, have failed to win in their last 12 games, backing the double chance is a bit risky. So maybe going with the over market, with the goal market, seems safer, right? So in this game, over 2.5 goals at an odd of 1.89 looks a bit promising. And of course, if you are afraid of the over 2.5 goals market and you are looking for a safer market, we can talk about over 2 goals or over 1.5 goals at an odd of 1.283. So basically, that is my analysis for the SofaScore. The analysis for the Longford vs Treaty United game using the SofaScore app. If I was to bet on this game, and in fact, after such a hectic analysis, I think you just given me a value bet of the day. After this analysis, I believe that there's a possibility of both teams scoring. So there's also a possibility of over 2.5 goals. And between over 2.5 goals and both teams scoring, if you ask me which market I always love, I love the over 2.5 market compared to the both teams to score. So my value bet for the game, Treaty versus Longford, is gonna be over 2.5 goals, which happens to be having 1.89 odds. I will share it right away on our Telegram channel after this stream. Let me. If you're still tuned in the stream, ensure that you've taken a second at least to drop some valuable insight, like to add some insight, insight. Control F. Yes, yeah, Longford Treaty. That is it. That is it. So that was an amazing one. You've made me go through an analysis that I never intended to do. So the other question we are having from a guy today is, good evening, bro. Greetings from the UK. I appreciate you for tuning in. Then I'm from Uganda. I need 200 odds. The odds are 180. You know how you're supposed to approach that. Bro, I'm from Uganda. Can you please help me with a bet power code for the matches? Thank you. Now. This is now interesting. A bet power Uganda code. Analyzing the games itself is super hectic, right? Doing the video itself is another hectic part, right? You have to feel, you feel so much thirsty. I'm not used to talking. I'm not a teacher. So you have to experience that. Factor in using 1xBet, using Bet365, and now finally using the likes of BetPower to give you the booking code. You're going to make me terribly, extremely tired. So I'm sorry there is no booking code for BetPower or that team or that site. Then from Nigeria, this is another short video running for at least 2 hours. To those of you who love complaining and, yapping that must better you, keep on providing videos that are a bit long or videos that are taking time. There's an option. You can always watch the daily betting tips videos because I believe those ones are short. They run between 5 minutes to 15 minutes, maybe 5 minutes to 10 minutes on most of the days. So you can wait. There's no one forcing you to watch this video, right? Of course, you realize I've not shared the link on Telegram. Those who want to watch it know where to find me, and they'll come watch the video, gain the valuable insights, and be in a position to win and improve their analysis skills, especially given the fact that we need to understand whatever we're doing. So I think I've gone through the main concerns, main questions. You're doing very well, bro. Let me try your game today. I pray for victory. We also pray for victory. Watching from Namibia, Aston Villa vs Liverpool over 1.5 goals. I believe, there is a possibility of over 1.5 goals and over 2.5 goals in the game, right? I do believe that. If Liverpool are going to be winning, they're going to be winning possibly by a scoreline of 3-1 or 2-1 full time, right? So that market is factored in. Will you consider more on ice hockey now? The season has started. Maybe I'll bet on the tennis matches and basketball games because those ones I do bet on them every now and again. But for ice hockey, I'm not going to do that, right? Maybe let us do baseball. Baseball, NBA. NBL, is it baseball or what? American soccer? Yeah, for maybe that, but we can't do ice hockey. Unfortunately, I'm sorry for that. But in case you want the ice hockey predictions, I believe SofaScore has that ability of getting that. Let me look at something and give you a quick analysis of that, right? Let me check if SofaScore provides you the ice hockey analysis of matches. I know they provide basketball. I know they provide tennis. I know they provide table tennis, volleyball. Let me refresh it. There we go. Yeah. There is ice hockey on. When you use the SofaScore app, you definitely get the ice hockey games. So, ice hockey prediction and tips. That is why you need to get the app. The website indicates it as ice hockey prediction and tips. But if you use your live score or your mobile app, it will be indicated as dropping odds or trending odds, right? So to those of you who are betting on the ice hockey games, to answer your question, bro, about his where's the guy? Yeah, to answer your question, you can use the SofaScore app to make your analysis for such ice hockey games. For example, Switzerland versus Russia, whatever the team. Okay, Zech, right? You can have a look at that. There's an ability to track it, the dropping odds, Germany, Sweden. I believe when you factor in this into your predictions, you are able to come up with the winning games, especially given the fact that you already have an understanding and knowledge of what you're talking about. They also have Rangers versus Hurricanes on the site, right? They have given it, the odds is trending. I believe the odds for Rangers winning based on the performance and history, the head-to-head. Rangers winning, I think, has an odd of, I don't know, they have not indicated it, but that is it. So using the SofaScore app, you are able to access this information, this statistic, this data, and you are going to be making valuable predictions. For example, to those of you who are asking, we have a Mavericks versus a Panda game tonight. It's actually NBA. You know, it's a league it's a game I have to make a prediction on, actually. So given the fact that I have to make an analysis on the Mavericks versus Thunder game, you realize that when I click on the SofaScore app, it's indicated that the odds are dropping on the Thunder side. But this one is not really important. I mean, it's just a catchy game given the fact that it's an NBA game, and the stage in which the NBA matches are at currently is an interesting stage, you know, and it presents us an opportunity of being in a position to make and get valuable predictions. So I'll just need to open my Excel for NBA and check that, right? I'll just write it down. NBA tonight. That is Mavericks vs Thunder, right? We need to get a prediction for this game, so I'll try make the analysis in this video. If I'm not able to complete it, then we'll get it on the Telegram channel. Mavericks Thunder. I had 2 games this morning from NBA from basketball. So it was let me see how they performed. I never shared them. Oh my God. Yeah, I carried some games from Japan B League. They're messed up. Those ones messed up, so kinda made it hard for me. And because I don't want to talk about NBA, I don't want to talk about this in this stream, I think I'll just update it later. I'll share you the video, the betting angle, the betting tip for this game on our Telegram channel. So that is it, guys. To those of you who are looking for football, there's also access for football matches. And when you look at the football section, there's a dropping odds and a kind of rising odds. Today is 13th May. We have Lecce Udinese. I expect goals in this game. Then we have Bulgaria. There's a match over there. Then we have Peru. We have Argentina. We have Bolivia. We have Paraguay. Then we have Frankfurt versus Freiburg. I think Germany. This is women league, right? That is a women league. Aston Villa, Liverpool. The odds are trending on Liverpool winning. So factor in that kind of stuff, kind of thing. And of course, Al-Wasl, Al-Wada kind of stuff, kind of thing. Yeah. So, just to drop you something, just to make your time worth it, when you use the SofaScore app to make your prediction and tips, you are supposed to fine-tune your reasonings. For example, you realize that we have such a game, Lecce vs Udinese. I already know if the game is going to be live. I already know that we are going to be expecting maybe a goal in the late minutes of the match, between 70 and 90 minutes, based on what I've seen on the SofaScore game. On the SofaScore site, and given that the match is falling under the dropping odds section. When a game is dropping, it's because of the fluctuations on how people are betting the game and the information surrounding that very match. So let's say Udinese, I think, let me just click on it and get you something. I believe there's going to be a goal in second half. Lecce vs Udinese, second half. Yeah, second half there's going to be a goal. And look at the odds, 1.32. You know, these are things that fluctuate from time to time. And one of the things that I realized using the SofaScore dropping odds section, especially for football, when we have a team, for example, Lecce vs Udinese, and you realize that the odds are dropping on the away team side, and I mean, like, it's kind of a favorite thing. It drops to a point whereby the away team gets to be the favorite. Then there's always a high possibility of such type of matches resulting in a goal in second half. And if the game is live, there's always a high possibility of a late goal being recorded in the game. So factoring into having that in mind, you're able to know what to bet on in this game. If it's going to be live and you know the scores in first half, we're talking about possibly 2-1 first half, 0-0 first half. I mean, you already know how you're going to position yourself. So that is a quick secret I've given you. Let's say Udinese on SofaScore app, on the SofaScore site, football, dropping odds section. If the odd drops on the away team and the team happens to be a favorite, such kind of matches, they always have a potential, they always have a probability, a high probability of having a goal in second half and a late goal being recorded in the game. So take that into consideration. At the end of the day, we expect Udinese to win in this game, so there's no need for concern, there's no need to worry. So yeah, you can also believe and just be bold enough and bet on Udinese win. Because I believe this morning, when we were making our prediction for Udinese versus this match, I think we went for a double chance. Yeah, we went for a double chance. So factoring in that the Lecce vs Udinese game now appears in the dropping odds section, I think we already have another value bet, right? A value bet. Udinese victory, right? Udinese victory or an Udinese win either half, or let me just check what the odds are having. Udinese over 1 goal, right? There are several markets we can pick for this game in terms of value bet. Udinese to win at least 1 half. Plenty games, plenty markets. But instead of betting on Udinese to win at least one of the halves, I'll maybe ride with a Udinese draw no bet, right? Udinese draw no bet. So, just from going through the dropping odds section, we now have 2 value bets in this video. The first one, Longford vs Treaty over 2.5 goals. The second one now happens to be Udinese vs Lecce. Udinese draw no bet. The odd is 1.735. And so it's amazing. SofaScore is amazing. If you have not downloaded the app, get the app. Be playful around the app. Try different strategies. Document whatever you are trying. You will finally get a strategy that is working, right? That is what you have to do, Just take your time. It's going to be a bit hectic. It's going to take you time. But at the end of the day, if you are able to spend your time and try, understand whatever you're doing, you'll definitely get a strategy that works for you. Now, I think I'm done with the very much important questions. And I've been here for the last 54 minutes. Of course, the videos always tend to be more than 40 minutes. So it's high time I end the stream. I'll just go through the final question that I've seen. Hello, Must Bet. Now that we are soon entering the drought season, what will be the next strategy? We have basketball. We're going to be having plenty games from the basketball side. Then we also have tennis coming up. It's tennis ATP. I think it's the yearly tennis matches, right? Let me just Google it. I checked the date and I think it's... Let me Google it for you and see when you're having it. No. There's a tennis tournament that is due very soon. I think I saved it on my phone. Let me check it for you. Let me check it for you. Tennis, right? We're talking about tennis. It's always good to bet on the tennis matches, and there are going to be plenty games to bet on, by the way. Do not worry about that. There's going to be plenty games to bet on. The only problem will be finding value bets. Games will be there, basketball, volleyball, kind of stuff, kind of thing. And I'm trying to get some 1xbet, angle to approach the betting side. 1xbet and its clown sites. If you go through the 1xbet app, you realize there's this thing known as a weekly Friday deposit bonus, weekly Thursday deposit bonus. I don't know, Wednesday 2 times, Wednesday 10 times kind of stuff. It presents as a very perfect opportunity to those who are trying to raise their bankrolls. And we'll try to use it to our very best perfection to raise our bankrolls. I'll just need to get new verification documents because my current account for 1xbet doesn't allow me to bet using the bonus offers. So once I get that, we'll set up a new account. And after setting up the new account, then we will be in a position to try it out and see exactly if it still works. It's a very good way of leveraging it because you deposit up to $200, I don't know, $300, and you get $200 in your bonus account. The main problem is that a majority do not understand how to tackle it. It's an easy thing to tackle. The last time I tackled it, it provided me a perfect opportunity to make easy money. The only risk that is there, I think, when you are set to withdraw, when you want to withdraw, that is where they kind of put limitations that you can't withdraw without betting on at least one odds. I don't know if that is still working. French. But it's going to be an amazing trial. We'll be trying it out. So to those of you who are asking, we have the tennis French Open, right? From May 20th to June 9th. And then after that, we're going to be having the Euros, Copa America, the friendlies, then boom, the season is back. So do not worry about scarcity of games. They're going to be, we'll have a lot to focus on, right? We'll have a lot to focus on. I think that is done for the show. That is done for the stream. So I really appreciate you for taking your time and staying tuned till this very final round, till this very final moment. Remember, we have 2 value bets in this video. Udinese draw no bet. Pretty Longford over 2.5 goals. Do not be afraid. I know there is always a chance that you will feel a bit awkward. You will feel a bit uneasy if you're going for a bigger margin. For example, I used to feel that especially on the both teams to score market. Because when you go for the both teams to score, you're relying on both teams to be in a position to give you a goal. But if you do proper analysis and you believe in your betting style and you believe in your analysis, prediction, and the statistics, every data that is there, then you're not supposed to be afraid. That is why you see me boldly relying that, Liverpool are going to win today. Real Madrid are going to, kind of Arsenal. Yeah. Because you've done the analysis, and at the end of the day, you know that if all the factors are to be constant, right? Then you expect the team to easily win. So that is it. I think we're done with our stream, and I really appreciate you once again for taking your time this evening. It was an amazing 59 hours. I wish you the very best as you go through the matches. If you have any addition, you can drop them in the comment section. And if you want to DM me instantly, get my feedback instantly, then you can always use either of my emails because I always read them almost every single morning. So it's the best way to get me. So all the best, and have fun. Have fun, enjoy, right? Have fun and enjoy, right?